Hi everybody, switch the camera. I'll let you sit.
Gabby, go rest, go sleep.
Alright, say hello everybody.
Hi guys, welcome to StellaZone. I'm trying to get the Wi-Fi on here. Tell that you guys are doing wonderful. Sorry I'm late. I was just taking care of Nathaniel and Gabriella. She's doing wonderful. So today I think I have quite some video. I made a video or two things to talk about. All right. I will take my She's like, eh. Time for her to take a nap. So I will take it. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to pay attention. Like I said, I'm gonna be late again because I was taking care of the kids, and Nathaniel's up for a nap, and so we thank God for another day that He's blessed us with. It's Saturday. Happy Saturday to you. And I'm so terrible. I'm going to check their Facebook messages while the live is going on to make sure that if any questions came in, I will answer the questions as we go along. If you have any questions, I will answer them as well. So let's breathe in. Praise God. Let me drink it. All right. So pregnancy. You know how you get that positive pregnancy test, and then you go, you plan all these surprise things to tell your husband, and mine wasn't like that. The second time you're like, I was in the bathroom, I checked, and then I scrolled like, Steve, I'm going to it was like so soon, we were both taken by surprise, but we are here now. And Gabriella, her name is Gabriella. So she's a blessing, she's a blessing. We wouldn't have it any other way. So it is my prayer that anybody watching me, man, woman, that is any couple out there, married couple out there that are praying for the fruit of the womb, that God will answer you and bless you, because children are indeed a gift from Him. Children has inherited the fruit of the womb is His reward. So let's get started. So things, did I do anything to get pregnant? No. It's all in God's timing. But as a woman, things are, I always say this, things are, God created a perfect world, but because of sin, this world is corrupted. Okay, so the things we eat, the things we introduce into our bodies, one way or the other, they affect our bodies, because in this time, in our generations, there are a lot of people struggling to have kids. Believe it or not, there are a lot of people struggling to get pregnant. There's a lot of things. There are a lot of people, like, due to one thing or the other, I can say it on there, they've been sterile without even knowing it. So I'm telling you, once you get married, I remember speaking to a friend of mine, Jackie, years ago, and then she gave me this analogy. It's like when you get to that childbearing age, and even though you're married and you're like, okay, I want to wait and then have kids, I want to travel a little bit, and then maybe 2-3 years time we'll have kids and things like that. You have to prepare your body. It's like when you want to plant, you want to plant your plantain, your cassava, or you want to go into farming, you just don't get up and then start digging the ground and start putting the seed in. At first, you have to tilt the ground. You have to tilt the ground. You have to plant the seeds. You have to water the seeds, all that fun stuff. So those will be some vitamins that you have to take. Believe it or not, some of the junk food that you eat, some of the food you eat, some medications that you've taken can affect you one way or the other without you knowing it. So when she gave me that analogy, I was like, well, I started taking prenatal vitamins where I would probably say two years before I even got pregnant with my first pregnancy. So I started taking prenatal vitamins, and the prenatal vitamins that I started taking was Rainbow Light. It's a plant-based it's a plant-based prenatal vitamins. It's very easy to take. I mean, the capsule is big, the peel is big, but it's just one because they have other ones on the market that you have to take 2 or 3, and I can't do that or I will forget. So just that one time a day one was perfect for me. So if you're watching and you're going to get married, you're going to have kids, or you want to have kids, but you've never ever taken prenatal vitamins, I will highly recommend you take prenatal vitamins. And one, I'm not marketing for anybody. This is just like things that I've taken. And also what I want to say is this whole video is I'm not trying to tell you what to do. This is what I did. So I'm not giving you medical advice or anything. So just check with your midwife, check with your doctor, your OBGYN, your primary care physician. Just take advice, just check with them, okay? So don't be like, oh, I had it on StellaZone, so I'm not running for it. I am not liable, okay, for any mistakes that you make. But this is my story that I'm sharing with you. Hopefully it will help you, and it will also empower you to also do some research and to also look into your health as well, as you prepare your body for this amazing, phenomenal blessing, okay, of called motherhood. So Gabriella is like, she's like crying. Don't stop. Okay, she needs to sleep. All right, so pregnant care. So I found this vitamin in London. Okay, I actually found it out. I found about this London. I was on in the train going to the airport to fly back to the US, and I saw it like they were doing. There was an ad in the train. Excuse me. And I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know. So when I got back home, I researched about it. Read people's testimonial about it, and then I ordered it online. I'm not doing advertisement. So I ordered the pregnant care. They have one that it's like when you're trying to conceive or something like that. So I ordered that too, but I didn't even get to take much. I found that I was pregnant. So I took this prenatal vitamin. I took Rainbow Light when I was pregnant with Nathaniel. I didn't take this. This is when I was pregnant with Gabriella. Yes. So I took Rainbow Light for the first 6 months. Rainbow Light, you can get it in the USA, you can get it on Amazon, and that's what I took with Nathaniel. So after 6 months, I ordered the pregnant care, pregnancy care, and I took this for the last 3 months, and I still have some in here. So to show you, this is what the capsules look like. And I think you take with this also. I like this because it's one a day. So see, when you say vitamin is one a day, I'm like, I'm up for that. So that is what I did for pregnancy, and I also tried to eat pretty healthy. I remember when I got pregnant with Nathaniel, I was even like I stopped eating meat. I had stopped eating meat for some time. So it's amazing how your body can detox itself and heal. Because I'm telling you, sometimes when you have some of these things in our food, in our drinks, like it makes you sick to your stomach. So I always tell people, pay attention to what you eat, because I don't know, a lot of women are having issues conceiving, like they're having. It's not like God can't do it. He can do it. He can do it. But then when the choices you are making, it's not helping matters. You have to really look into what you put in your body, what you consume, what you're putting your body through. And so a few pounds to get things started, you can also do that, because sometimes people who get pregnant, they are overweight and they'll be on, like they'll put them on, like you can, or there's like your blood pressure going up and you can be on medication for that. So try and work with your doctor, your OBGYN. They can still come up with a diet plan for you, which will have you carry your baby full term whilst being healthy. Because one thing I was praying for, even though I was trying to lose weight with Nathaniel right before I got pregnant with Gabriella, so you don't want to have that gestational diabetes and you have to take insulin and all that. That is not fun. That is not fun at all. So that is just by the way. So let me pause and read some comment, and then we'll continue. Okay, so we'll continue. So yes, the tiredness, I was there, someone like the tiredness and the throw up is real, especially like with Gabriella, I did have that, but I feel like with Nathaniel I was on a whole other level. I don't know if it was because it was a boy, And with Gabriella, actually, we didn't find out until she was born if we were having a boy or a girl. We chose not to. I told Stephen that I was convinced that I was having a girl because before Gabriella was born, I mean, God actually told me, like, God showed me that I was going to have a girl. So I was convinced. I was like, I'm gonna, and even someone else, God also showed someone else, you know. So I was like, I was set. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have a girl. I don't even need to do a gender reveal or find out what the gender is. So when we did the ultrasound, the lady was like, "You want to see what you have?" And I said, "No." She wrote it in an envelope. She wrote it on a paper, put it in an envelope, and we put it in the safe. I felt like I sneaked it around it a little bit. But the lady kind of gave us a clue. She's like, "What do you think you're having?" And I was like, "I think I'm pretty set on a girl." She's like, "Oh, the odds are in your favor." So I was like, "Okay." And then my family wasn't fine because my father-in-law was like, "Oh, you're having a girl," but it was like, so that's what we went with. So I digress back into the video. So that is what I did, and there was some tea that I don't have here, but it's red raspberry leaf tea. So that's up to. So if you guys have any questions about pregnancy, that's so far what I did. I'm going to that's up to conceiving. So I'm going to go into like with the pregnancy what I did, because with Nathaniel I had a tear. Women out there, if you know what I mean, if you go give birth and they had to like rip you down there a little bit to let the baby come out, and that was excruciating. Okay, as if being in labor for 12 hours was not enough. I'm telling you, I made so much terrible mistakes that I'm sitting here. I'm hoping this video will actually help you if you're pregnant or you plan to be pregnant, to be prepared, because it doesn't have to be that complicated and it doesn't have to be that tiresome once you're prepared. Because with Nathaniel, everybody makes that mistake with their first. Okay, with the second one, you're like, we got this, baby. We can do this. We can do this. We got this. So for now, I'm like, if I need a massage, I told Steve, I'm like, if I need a massage, don't worry, I'll go pay and to the spa and get a massage. Because since pregnancy, since massages in my house with my husband ends up in a 9 months journey, I'm like, so now we'll go to the spa and do massages, because every time like I ask for massages and I end up with a belly. So that is just by the way. So now you've conceived. Now you're pregnant. You're going through the pregnancy, that whole 9 months journey. And with some, you can have a huge appetite. With some, you can have loss of appetite. It's okay. Like with Nathaniel, I had appetite. Like I'm telling you, I can eat, but he still came out weighing like 6 pounds, 15 ounces. But with Gabriella, my daughter, I lost appetite. Like I can go days like I didn't want to eat. And one thing that I always like could eat was plantain, like the right plantain, roasted plantain. Oh my goodness, with both of them. But with Gabriella, it was like on another level. I was almost having ripe plantains every day. That was one thing that I could always eat. And pregnancy is weird, okay? Believe it or not, like you can sushi. I'm not a sushi person. You cannot pay me to eat sushi. And after I had Gabriella, all I wanted was sushi. And so Steven was like, what the heck? And with Nathaniel, my thing was coconut oil. I can't, up to this day, like I cannot stand coconut oil. I cannot stand the smell. So it's like that. And also with her, olive oil, like the smell, you know how you can smell sometimes the olive oil, you can smell the olive. I couldn't. So it's like that. So let's get back. So now you're pregnant, you're going through the motion. So make sure that you're taking in your liquid. Make sure you're hydrated. So make sure you're drinking a lot of liquids. Try, and I know some people are like, okay, I'm pregnant. Like when I was pregnant with Gabrielle, I'm like, I'm gonna eat healthy. No, all I wanted was bread. Sometimes it's like that. It's like, this is my diet and this is what happens. And that is fine too. That is fine. You if this is your first pregnancy, you'd be like, thank you, God, I bless your name. I'm gonna eat whatever I want. But then later on, after when you get pregnant with your second, you're like, I think I want to rethink that decision, and I want to eat a little healthier, so that it will be easier for me to lose weight whenever I want to lose weight. So you're pregnant, so make sure you're drinking I would not recommend you to start off right away with a red raspberry leaf tea. Some people tell you to start as early as maybe 28 weeks or something like that. So some people have experience contraction, and you don't want to have contraction at 28 weeks, or so I wait on mine. I start maybe 32, even sometimes 36, but I double up on it. So don't start it anytime earlier, okay? And so after I had the tear with Nathaniel and I had to be stitched, and it makes the healing process, you will heal, but it will take longer to heal than not being teared. So when I was pregnant with Gabriella, I was like, okay, what did I do? What do I have to do? What did I need to do? And thank goodness for the birthing class that I take. See, I gave birth at the birthing center, not at the hospital. Both Nathaniel and Gabriella were born. Gabriella was born in a parking lot. That's another story. If you want to hear that, I can do a story kind of born in a parking lot. He's not a car. Let's just leave it that way. And so, but a birthing center, and so they help you. They give you all this help. And so you're supposed to take a class. You're supposed to take a pregnancy class from, let's say, pregnancy to postpartum, and the class was like 7 weeks long, but it was like once a week. That tells you how serious these people are. They want you to know your things inside and out. They want you to ask questions. And one thing I was also grateful for was after I had her at the birthing home, I think the next day they came home to check up on us, and following week, and then they would send either a doula. She wasn't a doula, but she was their instructor for the birthing class. She was a lactation consultant. So she came home. I was struggling with breastfeeding, even that was my second baby. So she came home. She was at the house. She was able to help me as well. So make sure you're getting more for your money. Okay, make sure you're getting more for your money. So like I said, that raspberry tea, I will leave that. So towards maybe when you're like 30 weeks, you can start at 30 weeks, you can start at 32 weeks. I'll probably start at, maybe if you really want to start, you can start at 32 weeks. So you take the raspberry leaf tea, and I feel like it's effective because when I tell you I made it cold, but I feel like it's effective when you make it warm. I would double the tea leaf, the bag. I even got this from the place I ordered my birthing supply. They had this Earth Mama third trimester tea. So I was taking this and this, and I would double it. I would double up on it. As you can see, I did not even finish the whole thing, and there was how many in here? There was 16 bags in here, and I started at, I think, 36 weeks or so, and I didn't finish the whole thing. As you can see, I had her. So that is also just by the way. So you can do the raspberry leaf tea, but I did the Earth Mama because when I read the ingredient, it seemed to be a little stronger than the raspberry leaf tea, and it's organic too. I believe the raspberry leaf tea you can get organic too. And so that's what I get. That's what I got. And one thing that I did also I started taking that right at 36 weeks was dates. I think it's a fruit here. Dates. I'm telling you. I read up about it, so I was like, it wouldn't hurt. It's supposed to help you not to tear, down there. So I started. The thing was I don't like sweet stuff, but I had to swallow my pride or whatever and take it. So I put it in a smoothie. So every day, I'll make a date smoothie. I'll have berries, and or you can make green smoothies like spinach and things like that. And I would put maybe 4 to 6 dates. I was using I think the name is module date. And I think you can have 70 to 75 grams of that. So if you have a scale, you take the seed out, it has seeds. So you take the seed out and you throw it in your smoothie. So at 36 weeks, I was drinking that. Maybe I forgot once or twice, but Steven made sure that I was drinking that. He made sure. It's like, I don't want to deal with any tears down there, because being stitched and going to the bathroom, I'm telling you, any woman out there watching me and you've been through that, you know how painful it is. So when you're having a second baby, you want to do everything possible to make sure you avoid that incident from happening again. So I did a red raspberry, which is the Earth Mama, the red raspberry tea, and I did the dates, and I did perineal massage. Okay, and so the perineal massage, you can do it Natural Mama. I highly recommend Natural Mama for you. She had a diagram on there She had a picture on there to show you. She had also like a blog up on it. You can read on it on her website, Natural Mama, I believe, naturalmama.com. And so I read it, and I'm like, there's no way, because my belly is in front of me, and I'm 36 weeks pregnant. I'm like, there's no way I can get my hand down there to work things out. So that's when your husband comes in. Don't be shy. It was embarrassing for me. I'm like, oh no. I have my husband give me a massage, but hey, you're married, okay? So there's nothing to be shy about. And so get some oil, warm it up. Make sure you use new oil every night, because you don't want to transmit any germs down there. So if your husband is the one that is going to do the prayer massage, make sure his fingernails are trimmed, and make sure it's washed. And I will recommend you use olive oil, not coconut oil, because coconut oil is known to, like, you can get infection like down there if you use coconut oil. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So use olive oil. You can use olive oil down there, or grapeseed oil, but not coconut oil. So yeah, the perineal massage, it will help stretch out things, get things nice and ready ahead. Don't go into details. And so I felt like when my water broke, I was like, okay. I thought it was, I even, if I had waited that day 5 more minutes, I probably would have had my daughter at home. My mom was like, thank goodness I went, because she wouldn't know what to do, like probably freak out too. So I didn't have any tear with her. I did not have any tear at all. I didn't have to be stitched. I'm telling you, I was like, praise God. Like, I'm telling you, except for, like, what they talk about, the ring of fire, when the head is coming out. I don't be too graphic, but you feel it. You feel the ring of fire. At first, I thought it was my intestine, because the way it happened, I'm telling you, it's a story for another day. And I felt it. I thought it was so soft to be a head. So I thought it was my intestine. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm supposed to have a baby, but my intestines are about to pop out. See, these are things our mothers don't teach us, but it was a head, So later on, my mom was telling me, yeah, the head is like that. It's soft. Once they come out, it hardens up or something like that. So that is just by the way. So do that thing while you're pregnant. So your red raspberry tea, and walk, please. Do some form of exercise. I started doing some at home exercise, easy. And then I was like, I later on I was like, I can't do it. But walk, okay? You can do a 30 minutes walk around your neighborhood. Just some form of exercise, even in your house. Just move back and forth. If you're like, okay, I can't go around my neighborhood or something, I'm too tired. Just be active inside. Just be active. Just do some form, because all that also helps you in labor. It helps you. It prepares your body in labor. And that's what I'm saying. And so, yeah, they were like, first time, it can take time, second time, babies come fast. And people say, for them, the second time was also longer. But in my case, I was like, I didn't think it was going to be short. I was like, whatever happened when I thought it took me 12 hours, I went in with an open mind. So that is what happened. So, yeah, so that is pregnancy. And then I had my baby. I bought my birthing supply, but because of the way I was hoping for, like, a water birth, I wanted to go and sit in the nice tub. And of course, with that, I sat in the tub, but I ended up having him on the bed, because it was just a whole lot of, it went on for too long. But with her, I had planned, like, this, like, you see, when the Bible says that man plans his ways, but the Lord establishes his path, that exact thing happened to me, because I had a plan. I had a plan. I had prepped my food. I'm telling you, I even the the day before I went, like, let's say that, yeah, the day before I went to give birth, that evening, I was even making jollof rice for my birthing team at the birth center. At 12 midnight, I was still cooking when my water broke. I'm telling you. So I had plans. I took my food. I had a hosa cocoa. I had bread. I had even fried kose. I'm telling you, fried kose fresh, like at that midnight point. I was like, you know what, with Nathaniel, I didn't get to eat. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't really educated. So after I had him, I was so hungry. I went to McDonald's. But with this one, I was like, I'm going to prepare. But it didn't happen the way I had planned. I'm like, I'm going to go in there and get in the tub and labor in the tub and, just have her and then get on the bed and then eat my food. And God is like, girl, I have a different plan. You see, your plan is not my plan. So he had, at the end of the day, he had his way. She was born, she was healthy, and I'm here. So that is up to the birthing part. So postpartum wise, that's when you know, things get real and you have to really, really take care of yourself. You really, really have to take care of yourself so that you can heal internally because you just birth a baby. Okay, so in Ghana, I'm going to try and say in English so it's believed like you have a scar internally. Okay, so you have to heal yourself. So that's when the Sitz bath comes in. That's when you have to sit on the hot water with herbal, you know, teas and things like that. That's when you have to spray down there every time you go to the bathroom. So when you pee, it doesn't stink and like burn. Like, oh my god! It's like, you know, it's like there has to be a way. You know, you have to sit on the toilet to pee, just so you know for that first, I mean, couple of weeks. You understand what I'm saying? And your belly and all that, and you have to deal with the bleeding and things like that. So you really, that's when mama has to really take care of herself, and that's why they recommend that for the I think the lady said for 2 weeks or so. Yeah, she said for 10 days, don't do anything. Yeah, the birthing instructor, she said for 10 days. I was telling Stephen, you hear, I'm telling my mom, you know, for 10 days, but I couldn't. I was on my feet like after I had her. I I was on my feet doing things. So the time when my bleeding like was supposed to stop, it didn't. It went on for until I was like, okay, this is it. I'm just going to listen to them and get off my feet, because once you get off your feet and you relax, you know, just let them bring the baby to you, or just have a bassinet like we did. Where I had a bassinet right by the bed. So all you're doing basically is taking care of yourself and taking care of the baby. You know, and you're not supposed to lift. Please don't lift, because that will prolong your bleeding. Please don't lift. I'm telling you, I didn't listen to that because I had Nathaniel, and it's not advised. The only thing you're supposed to lift is to your new baby, you know. But you know, once a new baby comes in and you have a toddler, he also wants attention. So I was just making that kind of sacrifices, you know. But it got to a point of like, no, I can't do this. You know, mommy needs to heal so that she can play all. I mean, with you, and excuse me, whatever you want. So that is how. That's when after postpartum you have to bind your stomach or tie your stomach or whatever it is. I told my mom, I'm like, I'm not gonna go through that pain. So there's this I bought this at a consignment store at a baby steady bellies. I bought this. It comes in three these velcro wraps for your belly. There's like three of them. So you go top, midsection, bottom, and the bottom part covers just the top part of your hips a little. So you're going to need something like this. I know some people will use like corset, but for the first time, just I don't know. It depends on how tolerable you can tolerate, but I don't think you should, because you know you're still bleeding. You don't want to like squeeze it, because like you're trying to get your stomach to go back to a size 19. You know, you know, just you know something. I feel like something gentle. You know, is that will still get the job done. So I did get. I think you can find this on Amazon, but I got this from a baby consignment store, and like when I was pregnant with my family, so I scooped that up. And for the first, I'll probably say 6 weeks, these are good. You know, it's good. It will keep things in place. It will do what it needs to do. And I do have a corset. So after that, I can switch to a corset if I want to. This is what I did. And breastfeeding, you have to breastfeed. 1 second. Honey, can you grab me the hacker, please? Sorry, guys. So breastfeeding, when you're breastfeeding, okay, like for me, I have big breasts, okay, so and my milk comes in like crazy. Like I have a lot of milk production going on, and so sometimes I get engorged, you know. So yeah, you can do the cabbage, you know, just to help you. You can do some warm compress, because I will get like clogged up milk back in there. You can feel it, and it's so hard, like you know, like a brick, a stone. So when I went to my 6 weeks checkup, I remember the lady talking to me, and I was about to breastfeed, and she felt my breast, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, girl." I was like, "Yeah, this is what I deal with." So when it happens, I put like a rice socks that I have. I put a video of that. That you can see that in my birthing bag. What's in my birthing bag? So I put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and I literally like put it on my my breast for it to like help it calm down. It would make it easy for me to pump if I need to pump. But then she told me about sunflower. The I think that's the one, but lecithin, and I've been taking that, and since that I don't suffer from clogged gut. Okay, I only have that when I've gone hours without like feeding or pumping, and that will usually be like in the middle of the night. So I take 2 of these, like 10. If you have big boobs, if you get engorged, if you have like clogged out, like you press it and it's hard, this for me, like I said, I'm not advertising. We've stated that this for me did the trick, okay? And so, oh, okay, one thing too, at Mama, I got all this from the place I ordered my birthing kit, okay? Because if you're having a baby at the birthing center, it's not like the hospital where you go and then they bill you everything. That's when you have to order your birthing kit. They give you the website, they tell you what you need to order. They send you a link and you have to order that birthing kit, you know. So you're receiving blanket and everything, essential gloves, the things they're going to need in bringing the baby or in receiving your newborn precious baby into the world. So you ordered all that. So I ordered extra. Like I ordered this spray because with everything I went through with him, but Nathaniel, I'm like, So I ordered this herbal perineal spray. So every time I go to the bathroom, you can keep this in the fridge. But I didn't see the point of it being hygienic. Put it in the fridge every time I use it in the bathroom, unless you don't use it in the bathroom, but you're not going to stand in your kitchen and go, you know. So I just kept it in the bathroom, but they say, you know, you can keep it in the fridge to help it to get cool. And once you spray down there, it will cool down. But I didn't put it in the fridge. It still got the job done. And there's also this brand. This is what I used. Mother Love Sitz Bath Spray. I did use their Sitz Bath before with Nathaniel. And they also have a spray. I believe you can find this on Amazon as well. So you can carry this in your purse, okay? If you had a baby and you know you have to go out, you can carry these 2 things. You know, you don't need to get both of them. You can just get one. Okay, you don't need 2. I just happen to have both brands. I had this leftover from Nathaniel. I didn't even know it, and I ordered this. So you can order the Mother Love Sitz Bath Spray, and then just keep it in your, and then you can spray it down or whatever you use the bathroom after you have a baby to help you soothe and heal, and it will relieve it. Like you can feel the soothing. I'm like, oh man, this is good. And they also have one thing that they also have is it's like a pomade, a soothing pomade. I wish I had gotten that, but I didn't. So you can, if Mama has that too, and I think Mother Love, they also have that, so you can get that as well. So yes, and then breastfeeding, part 2, breastfeeding. So we're still on breastfeeding. I just have to put the spray part in there since I forgot. So with the breastfeeding part, I decided to get mother's milk. I decided to have some tea on hand just in case my supply is going down, because once you get into the routine of working out and you're trying to be on a diet, not a restricted diet, sometimes, and having like 2 kids, sometimes things can get busy, and you know, sometimes I will even eat breakfast at 12. It's not supposed to be so. But then when you are busy, you're not even thinking about eating, you know, and things like that can also, sometimes your milk supply can take a tank, you know. So I always have this. And when you're a mother and your supply is going out, you know, you feel it. You understand what I'm saying? It tells in if baby is gaining weight or not, and so just have some of these on hand. This is mother's milk, organic mother's milk, and I have the Gia lactation support too. This was what I was taking before, but sometimes I have fenugreek also, the capsules. But with fenugreek, even with this, it has fenugreek in it, and I am not a fan of fenugreek seed, because when you take it, you can smell it on your body, like especially under your arm. Like this herbal, the fenugreek is so strong, like you can. So I will take it for a few days and I'll stop. I'm like, I haven't taken it for a while because my supply is good now. Because with good nutrition, if you're eating really good, you know, you're making your smoothies, you're getting a lot of fluid, you wouldn't have to get these. Your milk would just be fine. And don't freak out like I did. Like with Nathaniel, I was worried, is he getting enough milk? Am I doing this? And so because of that, I was only able to breastfeed him for 6 months because I was so paranoid, you know. I didn't think I was doing it right. Like I said, with the first baby, we all make I would say I made mistakes, you know. But with her, I was like, oh, she's gaining weight, you know, she's way past that birth weight. She's good, and we are okay. You know, I'm going to continue to breastfeed, you know. I will pump. I'll pump once a day when I really need relief, when she's sleeping at night, I'll usually pump like earliest maybe 5 or 6 a.m. Usually it's around 5ish. Sometimes it will even be around 3 a.m. when I need to pump to get relief if she's having that long sleep, and mama needs relief. So I will just try and empty my breast, so that I will also be able to sleep, because you cannot sleep with an engorged breast. It is not comfortable. It is not comfortable at all. So yeah, you can have the tea on hand if you need it. And one thing that I got was a nipple cream. A friend of mine told me about this right here. This brand, it's like Amida. That's what is it. But it's a lanolin, okay, 000 and I had the purple one, but she told me about this one. The purple one didn't seem to do much about it, and I've used one before. It's called Boobies, and those are just like very light. But this is perfect. It does give you the relief that it says it does. Okay, because I don't know if it's because they tripled the nylon in there, but when your breast is sore, this will give you the relief that you need. So I'll put it like, and when you have like dry and chapped nipples, this is it. It will help to lubricate it. And so I'll put this on, and it's okay tip for baby as well. I'll put this on when I need to pump, because with the flange, when I have an electric pump, oh man, I kudos to all of you using manual pump, because that would drive me crazy. So I use the electric pump. I have the Spectra, I think 2.0, that's what it's called. If you have insurance, government insurance can get it. But if you have insurance, and you're pregnant, you can get an electric breast pump, like through the insurance company. If you don't know this, if you go to your midwife, you can ask them. If you go to, if you go to your midwife, you can ask them. And if you've seen an OBGYN and gynecologist, you can ask the people at the front desk, how do I order a breast pump through my insurance? They will assist you. So if you're in America, you can get, and you have insurance, you can get an electric. I don't know about the government ones, but you can. It's also good to ask them, ask questions. Okay, ask questions. And so yes, I'll put this before I pump. I will usually do this when I'm pumping. And like I said, it's safe for baby to take as well. So, and there's this, I haven't had to use this much because I haven't really gone out that much, but this is a nesting pad. So if you're somebody that leaks a lot, like this nesting pad, you just put it in your bra, put it on the nipple, put it on in your bra, put your bra on, and that will help you. But make sure you are changing it constantly, because otherwise, if it's being soaked, if you are sweaty, that can breed another bacteria called thrush. It can give the baby thrush. And I had thrush with her, and I will talk about that. I'm telling you, it's not like I don't even know how it started, but they were like, when I sent the photo to the lactation consultant, she asked me, she said, have you been eating a lot of sweet? I said yes, guilty. Because I don't know, maybe it's with girls, I don't like sweet stuff, but when I had her, oh my goodness, all I wanted was something with sugar. So sugar, and that brings bacteria. Okay, so we had to deal with the thrush, and she had to go on some medication and things. I had to put some around my nipple, which I didn't think was helping as much. So they told me about gentian violet. So make sure, like I said, you are talking to your physician, your midwife. I put some on there. It's gone now. And they also told me about sorry, it is empty. I finished it 2 days ago. Yeast cleanse. So this is a yeast cleanse. So if that happens, you have to take a yeast cleanse to cleanse your whole system of the yeast, because that the thrush is yeast. The baby's mouth, there'll be white patches, and it's different from the when their tongue is white from the milk. No, this one, you can see it on their cheeks, inside their cheeks, on the root. I'm telling you can see. And some kids, some babies, you can even see it on the skin, because they can get this crazy rash, and it can, they wouldn't want to eat, because it's like the skin. Oh man, you don't want to. I know how to praise God. It didn't get that far, so I attacked it aggressively. I took the yeast cleanse. I always eat garlic. I cut off the sugar. I say you sweet it. No, you're gone. So I cut it out, and then there was this, I think, grape seed extract. They told me about it too, so I went and got grape seed extract. So every time I do laundry, I will put 20 drops of grapeseed extract in the laundry, because if it is a yeast, it is everywhere. It's everywhere. So when I wash her clothes, when I wash mine, even Steven's clothes, I'm like, if that is holding it, it's everywhere. So I'm getting rid of it. So that's how I attacked it aggressively. And now she's doing fine. She's thriving. She has no thrush in her mouth, because I mistook thrush for bad latch. That was the thing, and I was suffering but in pain, because I could feel that pain in my breast. There's this like shooting pain that will come and go away, and around my nipple was like shining. It was red, but it was shiny. That's when you know, no, it is not bad latching. It'll be like a ring around your nipple area, you know. So that's when you know it's thrush. I'm telling you. So Google, and if you have a lactation consultant, talk to them. So that's one thing. So when I told my midwife about it, I didn't even tell her until like I should have done it sooner, but I was just playing it, you know. I don't know, I don't want to be on medication. But once I went, she was aggressive about it, and that made me aggressive. She's like, Stella, no, we can have you in pain. We've got to do this. They even prescribed another medication for me, but I forgot the name. Yeah, so I took that. I'm telling you, like she went at it. Shout out to Jessica Willoughby. I'm telling you, the Birth Center of St. Pete. If you are in Florida and you want to have a baby, these people are the truth. I'm telling you, because I had Nathaniel there and I had Gabriella there. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm telling you. Since I've had my babies in the Birth Center, I'm like, hospital, bye bye. So that is it. So that's for the breastfeeding. Okay. So these things here are the truth. I'm telling you, these are hackers. So you are saying, okay, I don't have insurance and I can't afford an electric pump. And so when you have a let down, you just put a towel over there so that it will soak up the milk that is let it. No. I'm like, milk is, to me, it's like liquid gold. Okay, it can go a long way. If you feel like you make an abundance of milk, there are kids out there that need breast milk. So I don't know. There's rules and regulations about it, but there are some mamas like that will post, I need breast milk for my baby. So if you're willing to donate and things like that. These hackers, these are on Amazon, okay? These, I'm telling you, I had one at first. It was so good. I told Stevie, give me a second first. I can put both of them on. So I use this practically every day because I don't want to pump. I do not want to be pumping every 2 hours. No. Like I said, I did that with Nathaniel, and that's what made me. I'm breastfeeding Gabrielle. I probably say I breastfeed her 90% of the time, except when I have to step out to a store, go somewhere. That's when I will give her a bottle. And sometimes I don't even get on the pump to pump and leave her. I just put this on, squeeze the poop, and then it will give me the milk that it will nicely squeeze it in, and I put it in a feeding bottle, and I am good to go. So you can find this on Amazon for I think $10 or $12 each. This is the truth. Okay, so I'm telling you, you don't have to waste milk. Please don't. You can freeze it. You can freeze it to the point where after you are even done breastfeeding, baby can still have breast milk. And you can do a lot. Like now, Nathaniel takes breast milk because I make so he can take about 20 ounces of breast milk in a day. He takes breast milk every day because I felt like, like when I give him that milk, oh, even when he wakes up, he will come into my room and he's looking for it. Mama, where's the breast milk? Where's the breast milk? So I'm telling you, this hackers, if you won't get anything, I'm telling you, it's not advertisement. Just get these hackers and attach it. You can have this on, do the laundry, cook. Even before I did this live video, I had it on. I was so engorged, so I put it on. And then after I took it off, fed Gabriella and came and sat down here like a pro. Like nothing happened. So I'm telling you, these are the truth, okay? And so for breastfeeding, that will be it for breastfeeding, hopefully. Let me go back to, I forgot one thing about the postpartum, like care for you. I know somebody was asking, and yesterday I had to send a friend a link. This is the herbal bath that I got from In His Hands. This soothing herbal bath. So they have the instruction on how to make it. So I had a big basin. Okay, you can get a basin at dollar store or the Asian store. You go to the Asian store where they have their cooking appliances and all that. They will have a basin. Okay, just get yourself a basin. If your bathroom is not big, bring it to your living room. It's okay. You're okay. You are permitted. And then once you make the tea, pour it in there and sit in there, because now I don't have a bathtub. I'm like, damn, I wish I had a bathtub. But you can sit in a basin, old-fashioned way. and and this is it was to use it 3 times. So I never even got to use my third one. I was using it, I was saving it so that I can do a video and show you guys. So I used it twice because you have to do like I think I said 1/3 of the bag, so which gives you like I would say 3/7. So this is it. If I'm forgetting anything, and oh yeah, once you this, if you I think you can find this on Amazon, but like I said, I use the company, so they have these. I've got these. These are disposable underwears, or you can get the like they will say Pampers, but it's not Pampers. It's called Depends, okay? So you can get that. This is disposable underwear, so you put a pad in, and once you have a baby, you have to lay the pad 2 or 3 in there, and it's disposable. So you can dispose it. You don't have to worry about soiling your underwear, your panties. You don't have to do that. So you can get the Depends, and once you put down, you throw away. You can get this one, those put on pad, and you can. So I got this through the same company as well. So you can throw it away because you don't want to like deal with your underwear and then soiled blood, and you don't want to do that. But in case you do that, if you have any clothes, well, once you have the baby, you get stained blood, bloody stain and all that, hydrogen peroxide will take it out. Yeah, just sprinkle some hydrogen peroxide on there before you wash it. It will take it out. All right, so we've covered pregnancy, we've covered postpartum, taking care of mama. We've covered breastfeeding. Getting ready to like wrap up here in a second. So um, the next thing is the baby. Okay, once you have baby, they are new. They are new into this world. They are still pretty much, I want to, they are in the position of, I'm being in the womb and things like that. So nice and warmth is what they know. So yeah, you're going to lose sleep for real. For the next, at least for the next 6 to 8 weeks, you are going to lose sleep. So just deal with it. So yeah, but make sure the number one thing that I know is make sure you swaddle baby. Make sure you swaddle your baby pretty well. Once you swaddle them, and you hold them close and all that, they will go to sleep. That's in my case because when I brought her, like I'll just wrap her in a blanket, but once I started swaddling her and making sure she's good and snugged up, baby girl was good, and she's fed pretty well. And make sure that before they go to sleep, they go to sleep on a full stomach, not an empty stomach. And don't feed them and put them, feed them, burp them, let them sit because you don't eat and go back. You go, even they tell you it's bad. You eat, wait a few minutes, like half an hour, at least 20 minutes, 15. Just burp them, make sure they get their burp in, make sure they are dry, and then you put them in their bassinet or whatever if you go sleeping, and they will sleep for you. Trust me. You did not, a hungry baby is not going to. You cannot count. And once they get to that pitch, and once they're hungry and they are not eating and they are angry, trust me, it's like there's no calming them down. It takes a lot, and you are exhausted. You want to get some sleep. So get to them before they get to you. That's my rule. Get to them before they get to you. So that is it. And I'm supposed to be washing. So these gowns are the truth. I'm telling you, the lactation consultant, the teacher, the instructor told me about this, which I had known with Nathaniel. So this is like a baby gown. This is awesome. I'm telling you. So this is what put on the baby when they're sleeping. So instead of how they have the onesies where it's buttons or zippers, and it's like you're waking them out of sleep. But this one you just roll it up and then you change the diaper and baby's good to go. You don't have to. So I highly, 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 highly recommend that you get like they have it for boys too. Okay, it's long. Babies don't know if they wearing pants or not. They don't care. So they have the color in case you're like, oh, this is too girly. They have boily. Okay, they have ones for boys. So that, and then I will also recommend, okay, some, because their stomach, their digestive tract and all that. Like I said, I'm not a medical advisor, but this is what I said help work for me. So probiotics is something you can introduce. Okay, so you can mix the probiotics with breast milk, and then for the baby, you give to the baby. Make sure you read the instructions on the bottles on how much you can give.
So if they do formula, it's even more important.
Exactly. If you do formula, because some of the part of the milk they are not able to digest. So if you're doing formula, highly, 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 because this helped Nathaniel since he had to go on formula at 6 months when I stopped breastfeeding, or I didn't breastfeed him that much. So yeah, this one GAT Pro Infant. Okay, so you don't have to spend this is like $100 and 99 something. This is like $100 bottle. And this is 0.53 ounces, 15 grams for $100. This is this is too much, you know. This is pricey, but it is some good stuff. It is very concentrated. It is some strong stuff. It is good. And then we got this BioGear for Gabriella. This is like $20 or so. It's also some good stuff, and so you don't really have to spend $100. You can get this here, and it's good. So this is what we are using for Gabriella. So even though she's taking breast milk, I have to give her daily like 5 drops of these. Put it on a little spoon, and then squeeze some breast milk onto it, and then give to her, and she's good. Because I'm telling you, you don't want a baby with gut problems. That is also not going to make them sleep. That is going to also make them fussy. So I tell, just being pregnant, it's an awesome thing, but it takes work. It takes research. You know, you have to know your stuff. You don't have to be a perfect mom. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but once you are, you know, you enter into this thing, you have to do your homework. You just cannot be like, you cannot go with anything, you know, the doctor is saying you have to, you know, do all this, take all this. You have to do your research. You have to ask questions. If you have a doctor and you're afraid to ask them questions, honey, it's time to look for a different practitioner. I tell you, you have to look for the. And if you have a doctor that is always forcing things, pushing things on you, like you have to look for a different practitioner. I'm telling you, you want one that will listen to you, that one that will hear you out. You know, the ones that will offer you a natural route before any any intervention. So that is just by the way. And of course, you always want to keep a pain and fever reliever. You don't have to give to them. As you can see, this is, we haven't even used this. You know, the heel is still on, but but it's just good to have this. And Stephen, we had Tylenol for Nathaniel, the infant Tylenol, since he was circumcised. But I think Stephen found this homeopathic product, pain plus fever reducer. So yeah, that's what we have. It says natural reducer. That's what we have now. So you want to look on the market and do your research. And then another thing is, I know a lot of you know about gripe water. You know, what is their, you know, that their belly button, sometimes it gives them problems. So gripe water. My mom was like, you can give it to her 8 times a day, which is true. Even though I don't do it that often. So if she's being fussy or something, her stomach, I would just give her gripe water as well. And there is Colicom, okay? Kids will cry if they have gas. You know, it's like if they're gassy, colicky, upset stomach. So we have this on hand, like you see. We have not even opened this, but we have one that is open, you know. So we use it's black substance, so they would take it. And then sometimes when they poop, it will change the color of their poop to like black, but which is okay. There's no need. Don't be alarmed. So that is it here. And so vitamins that I take currently, I am out. I need to actually order some here. I wanted to show you guys. So this is a new mom. I ordered this from the Pregnant Care company based in UK. So this is hair and skin. Trust me, after you have a baby, postpartum shedding, your hair fallout is real. With Nathaniel, I lost so much hair. So I immediately was like, there's how many in here? How many tablets? There's I think like 4 of these in here. You know, so I only have 1 left. So, and you have to take 2 a day. And I like it because they put the days on there. So when you know, oh, maybe I missed Tuesday, you know it's there. So, and keep it away from your kids. That toddler like Nathaniel, keep it away. And so another thing that I was taking was the breastfeeding. Oh my goodness, if you're breastfeeding, I highly recommend that you have some nutritional form of vitamins that you take. And you know, you trust me, you will see a difference in you and in the baby. You know, how well the baby is feeding and how well the baby is thriving. So I have their breastfeeding vitamins too, you know, which is vitamins, minerals, calcium, vitamin D, omega-3, DHA. So I have that, you know, brains, eyes, is good for the baby. I'm telling you, it's good for your eye. I guess it's also, I don't know, for me, I feel like it helps my milk also. So yes, from the UK. So I live in the US and I ordered it from the UK. They ship it right there. So this is not advertisement for them, but if you want to pay me, I'll take it. And yeah, I'm not taking iron right now, but if you're out there and you're hoping to you're married, you're hoping to have a baby, please start taking iron. Start taking iron because you don't want to deal with iron deficiency when you are pregnant. So start taking iron. I'm telling you, the midwife, she will always say, it's like, Stella, what do you take that your iron levels are off the roof, like it's off the chart? You always have good iron levels. I'm telling you, take the iron. Prevention, they say, is better than cure. So start doing your homework, start preparing your body before things, when things happen, you don't have to go crazy. And to fight yeast infection, because when you're pregnant, you're prone, because you're peeing constantly, so you are prone to yeast infection as well. Some people are saying it's not good. It cause them to have contractions and all. So speak to your midwife or your OBGYN. But I always take D-Manos, cranberry D-Manos. So that is what I would take that before. I'm like, no, you're not getting me. You're not prescribing me anything when I'm pregnant. You cannot prescribe me anything. With my diet, I'm taking my vitamins. It's all from God, the wisdom of God. So I'm just telling you, you're like, you go through it. You have a healthy pregnancy, a healthy birth, a healthy baby, and it helps you heal faster. It helps you to heal. So I think I have covered everything that is on my table here. The only thing that I also want to say is, for those of you that are struggling to have a baby, there is this app called Clue. I wish I could get Steven's phone, but it's CLUE, and you can track your period, and when your ovulation is coming on, you will know. So you can tell, honey, my ovulation is in 2 days, or whatever it is, let's just get prepared. So you can track your menstruation, because it will let you know, because some people, their period is out of whack. It's like it's not constant. But when you're tracking it, and they are also, you see the pregnancy test. I have one in my closet. Sorry, I don't have it here. There's ovulation test kits, just like the pregnancy test kit, that you can get and test for. You just pee, and it's just like the same procedure you do for pregnancy test, but it will test and let you know if you're ovulating, if you're so you can keep track of that. You can track your ovulation for 3 months to have an idea of when you ovulate, when you're most fertile. I mean, you can get pregnant anytime, it's all in God's plan. But I'm just saying, if you can track your ovulation, you would know. I mean, when it's like, so that day, maybe your husband will have to work hard. Your husband will have to work hard. So let's see if you have any questions. Thank you. Okay. Thank you all. Okay, yes, wow, okay. All right, so guys, if you have any questions, please, I'm not looking down, I'm not avoiding you. I'm just trying to answer some questions. So if you have any questions, I'm sorry, I didn't even go to. Yeah, so if you get like extremely tired, I would say, pregnancy, you get tired, so just make sure you eating properly, and just make sure you're getting like a lot of fluid. Like I'm saying, you're throwing up, so you are losing fluid. And sometimes you don't feel like eating, but you have to eat. You have to eat and have some healthy fats as well. But it's like, still, I know what you're saying, but it's like, I don't even want to eat avocado. When you're pregnant, it's like that. So just find what works best for you. Oh, for this is Haka. Somebody was asking, HAKA. It's not like the New Zealand chant. This is you go on Amazon and then type in Haka, HAKA. Okay, HAKA or HAKKA. But this is it, Haka, the Haka right here. Okay, so it's H. Okay, so this one is different. All right, so this one is Haka. It's HAAKAA. They have it on there. They have the name on there. HAAKAA. Okay, Haka. Okay, so that is the Haka. So you put it on here and you're good to go. So thank you. All right, thank you guys. So I think that will be it. So if you have any other questions, you can send me, you can email me, but I hope that I've answered all your questions. Okay, and the company that I ordered this from, my birthday supply, everything is called In His Hands. You know, he has the whole world in his hands. Yeah, so www.inhishands.com. Okay, so you can get your Sitz bath, and you can get everything, you know, except for some few things that you might have to go to the store and get them yourself. So prep your body. If you want a baby, just prep your body. We're about to plant a seed. So tilt the ground, water the ground, keep the ground, make it fertile for that seed that is planted in God's time to germinate. So a little bit just to encourage you if you're struggling. I'm a living testimony. Okay, 4 pregnancies, I lost 2. I told Stevie, I'm like, I know I was pregnant more than 4 times, because at one time I felt I was pregnant, like it was there, but then it was like, I mean, since I didn't test it or anything, but confirmed pregnancies 4, 2 live birth, you know. So I'm telling you, God will do what He wants to do in His own time. There's no, you cannot. I always say this: you cannot force God to do what He wants to do next year, this year. It's not like, that's not how He works. And so, even when after I had Nathaniel, I remember somebody telling me that it would be impossible for me to have a baby again, because me even having Nathaniel was just a miracle. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, a man plants his ways, the Lord establishes His path. Who is it to say a thing to come to pass when God has not declared it? No. So when you have a baby, you have a baby, and you are struggling to have a, you know, let's say you have a baby and you want to have another baby, but it's not. No, go to God in prayer. I'm telling you, go to take what He gave you and tell Him, say, Father, you made this possible. Okay, can you do me a favor? Look at my closet where my shoes are. I have a ovulation test kit. It's like So take the baby and tell God, Father, you did this. They are saying you cannot do it again. I'm telling God, God did it in a way that even me, I was mind blown. You understand what I'm saying? So just take to me. I'll be quoting. I'll be quoting scriptures. I'm telling you, I'll be quoting scriptures. I say, Father, it is said in your word. You know, in Psalm 123 in Psalm 127 verse 3, children are a heritage of you. The fruit of the womb is your reward. Father, please, you did it for Sarah. You did it for Hannah. You did it for Elizabeth. Father, I will be quoting scriptures. So, you know, and even there's one Bible verse. I think it's Isaiah 66 verse 8. You know, even when you're pregnant and the enemy is trying to do nonsense, you know, it's like sometimes you have all these weird. I'll tell God, I say, Father, you have made it, so you will grant me safe delivery. And at church, I'm telling you, so when I had Gabriella in the car, I'm like, damn, when we pray at church, every time somebody's leading prayer, especially Sister Favor, she's like, let's pray for our pregnant sisters, that on the day of their delivery, God will help them to deliver like the Hebrew women. You know, some of us, we underestimated that prayer, but the day I had Gabriella, I said, damn, man, this prayer works. I did deliver like the Hebrew women, like in the car, like okay. So I'm telling you, God honors His word more than His name. Okay. So it says pregnancy test. Okay, I thought I had the ovulation one. So all right, so I'm going to use this as an example. I think ovulation one is in my bag anyway. So yeah, it's like a bag in my closet on top there. So even though this is a pregnancy test, this is what the ovulation test can also look like. I'm just showing you so you can test, you know, you can get it and test. So like I'm saying, I digress. I'm telling you, just pray, quote the scriptures. Jesus, when He was on earth here, He quoted scriptures. So also quote your scripture. Tell God, see, God, He has children that He's giving. He has children, plenty. They are His heritage. So He has children that He's willing to give them. So ask God, Father, me, I need it, please have mercy, you know. And whilst you are waiting for God, you know, be a blessing unto also in the lives of children out there. You know, there are some children, they might need something. Just be a blessing. So unto them, these are seeds that you are sowing. You know, when Stephen used to tell me this, and I didn't understand, like when you do something to somebody and they will pay you, it's like, babe, no, these are seeds that you're sowing. You start to sow seeds. Start to sow seed in the lives. If you have a family, you know, they are struggling, you can be of help. It doesn't always have to be money, it can be time. It can be time, it can be words of encouragement. It can, trust me, um before I got pregnant with Nathaniel, I had just
So there's no kids in.
oh, okay. So this is the box, but I'm showing you. See, it says fertile. I kept the box. It says fertile days. So predict your most fertile days. First respond. So 8 test, ovulation test, hair plus 1 pregnancy. So you can be testing. You can, and then when you see the 2 red lines, it says, when in pregnancy you test, you see red lines like A positive. So this one will show you that you're ovulating as well. Okay. So you can get the ovulation test, get stock up on them, and make sure you're writing them down too, or you're jotting them down somewhere. So like I said, I digress. I wanted to show you. So just be prayerful. Just tell God and be patient, because before I had Nathaniel, like I had lost a baby. She was the baby was like, I didn't even know it was a girl. I was bent, but it was a boy. That one I was wrong. 18 weeks, and after everything, like the Lord laid on my heart, like I wanted to travel. So London was the place. And when I went, I just wanted to go clear my head and everything. My husband agreed, but I didn't know that I was going to go serve a family that had also prayed. They were in need, not financially, but they were in need of, like, they needed help, like an extra hand, and I didn't know that I was the answer to their prayer that God was sending. I thought, what, I'm going on, just like you go on vacation. And then I went there, somebody that had just lost a baby. I would help. I did whatever I was supposed to do. Even sometimes I would secretly go somewhere and I would cry. I'll be crying. Just people had like 3 kids and they had one on the way. I was there when the 4th one was born. So I was crying. I would cry. I said, God, it's not that I don't believe you. I just want to cry. And the only place I want to cry is before you. Like, just let me cry, Daddy. Just pat me on my back or give me a hug. I would just cry, silly prayer, and say that to myself. And I am telling you, I didn't know. So I didn't even know that it was later on, and I was about to leave, that the husband sat me down and said, Sister Stella, I prayed to God to send me help and this and that. So you were the help that God sent. So as I was coming back, the children, the oldest among them is now like 9 or so. They prayed for me. And children's prayer, they knew, comes from a pure heart, a good place. And so I'm telling you, look around you, ask God, who do you want me to be? I know what I'm going through, but I don't want to look at my situation. Who do you want me to be a blessing unto? Father, use me. Let me. So whenever Stephen called when I was in London, when Stephen called, he would speak to the people and said, my wife is in training. I know what has happened, but she doesn't know. So but Stephen was way ahead of me. Okay. So she said, my wife is in training. She doesn't understand, but God is training her. And it's true, God was training me on how, if he blesses me, how I need to handle it. Or, my mom is not here. And so I don't even know how to bathe a baby. So a baby is going to be born as I'm there. So I need to learn how and watch how that baby. And I'm telling you, this God, he's too good. He knows what he's doing. So just be patient, okay? Just be patient. And those of you out there, when you see married couples, you're asking them, when are you having a baby? It is none of your damn business. Mind your own business. Stop asking people, when are you having a baby? Like, even me when I'm pregnant and people are like, oh, what are you having? Sometimes it makes me paranoid, So can you imagine asking people constant? People are struggling, but people are going through a lot, but they are not bringing it out there. They are not telling you, and they don't have to tell you. So just respect their right and back off. I'm just kidding. Just be praying for them silently in your closet. It will do a whole lot of good. So. So let's see. Good information. Okay. So I'm coming, guys. I'm reading. I'm not. Don't worry. Like, if you feel like this information, you learn. See, there's this instinct. There's this thing that God has built into women. Like, I cannot even. When I was pregnant, I would go and do ultrasound, even with Nathan, with Gabriella, I only did 1 ultrasound. Even I didn't want to do an ultrasound at all. That was how high my faith was. Like, this baby is perfect, there's nothing wrong. But then Steve was like, let's just get one that the midwife also recommended. So we did the anatomical ultrasound to make sure everything was okay. But there's this, see, when God creates a woman, or when He created women, He embedded this thing, this instinct in us that at the right time, when you start having baby, things, let me tell you, things you didn't know how to do, you don't know how it comes to you, but you will know how to do them. You will know how to do them. You will know how. He will give you the wisdom and the grace to know how. Because sometimes even I'll come when my mom was in Ghana, when I had Nathaniel, like she calls every day, make sure you tell me, teach me things on the phone and things like that. So if you don't have somebody, you can you can call me. My mom is there, if you guys see any video that you want us to do or any help, just let us know, okay? But bathing a baby shouldn't be that complicated, okay? These, I mean, when you see in this American culture, they don't have the African culture that we have. That when we have a baby, our mother comes in, the mother-in-law comes in, if you're married to an African, they come in, they take over, they help with the baby, they bathe the baby. Them, it's not like it's not like that. It's like they're on their own. What I'm saying, I don't know how they do it. So, but they survive it. So if you are alone, don't think, I can do this. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. My mom is here and I have a very supportive husband, but sometimes it gets overwhelming. It gets overwhelming that you'll be there, you'll just be crying. Like sometimes you'll be like, I want to, I have all these degrees. I just want to go out there and then live my life. I want to work. Sometimes when it becomes too much, but trust me, they are just a blessing from God, and you also need to take care of yourself. I'm telling you, you also need to take it. So if you have to get away, and like I will go get it, I don't do my nails or anything, but I can go get like a pedicure or a manicure, without it, just a foot massage and things like that, something like that. Just take care of yourself, even if it means going out there to grab an ice cream, meeting out that friend, just to breathe. It's good. But if you constantly, I understand that if you don't have the help, you don't have the help, some can't even afford to get, a babysitter or something. So hang in there. Trust me, there are days ahead of you that you'll be able to take the baby out, you'll be able to go out, you'll be able to, have time for yourself. So I hope this video was was helpful. Thank you guys, all of you that are saying congratulations. Thank you. This video is has gone over its time limit, so if you don't have any questions, please subscribe to the channel, because I'm like back into recording videos, because when I was pregnant I was so tired. I was like, I don't want to record, I don't want to do this, I don't want to. And today already I've recorded like 2 videos, 2 cooking videos. So subscribe to the channel, share the channel. There's so much content coming, things we are working on. So support us, okay? Support us in prayer, in genuine prayer, no bad prayer, because if you're doing bad prayer, Holy Ghost fire will return it. Because some people, they will laugh with you. But and then so no, that we are too grown for that. So subscribe, like, comment, share. I am nice. I am nice. Or you people don't think I'm nice. And before we start this whole weight loss thing again, because we are going to start, so me, Stella, we are going to start like Fantastic Favor. If you have not watched her channel, that lady, she's a whole motivation. She's a whole mood. I'm telling you. Wait, I don't know how she does it. 3 kids? No, now it's 4. Hi. It's 4, and she's I don't know how that is. I mean, that's when that's grace. That is grace. So she looks great, she looks amazing. So shout out to her. So guys, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching. Let me give you some of you that tune in. Akosia Echan, thank you. Yeah, I see you do. Miriam Nayo, I don't, yeah, Ifia Cash, hi. Cicely, thank you. Ifia Ping Pong, Miriam, okay. Cicely again. So Eunice, Mama Plex TV, thank you. Oh yeah, shout out to my mom, shout out to my sister. Ifia, thank you. Miriam again. Kate, thank you. Gifty, thank you. Oh ma'am, Miss Aaron, thank you. You are supportive. So shout out to you, Miss Aaron. You're always sending messages, checking up on us. Thank you. God bless you. You are an awesome person. All of you are awesome. Dear Pat Kelvin, I don't want to, please, if I butchered your name, forgive me. Huh? Colette, if I said it wrong, forgive me. Christy, thank you. Paris, it says 05, thank you. African Rose, wow, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Thank you as well. Grace Toro, thank you. Imelda's Kitchen, thank you. Papa B, thank you. Boss Lady, thank you. Vera Frank, thank you. Cecilia, thank you. Nanaya Abrefi, thank you. This one is Josie, thank you. Nanaya. And then Nathaniel's name here, thank you, or thank you guys. Real love, oh my goodness, where have you been? Thank you. And this one is okay, let me say Nuhu. Thank you. Let me mention your last name. And then Claudie 520 thank you. Ohinewa, Otinewa, thank you. Yvonne Mensa, thank you. Thank you all. Kate, thank you all. Thank you all. Hope I got everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in and for watching until I come your way again. So let me know if you want to hear the birthing story. So baby girl, she's still sleeping? Let me know if you want me, because girl, let me tell you, let me just give you a snippet of it, okay? So no water breaks. I finish cooking. I go get in the shower. I take a shower, and I'm like, I'm going to sleep, because when I'm telling you, I worked myself. When my water broke, I was like, oh, I just went around and walked in. I'm telling you. So by the time I had to push, I was exhausted. There was no energy. So with her, I was like, shoot, I'm going to just play it safe. So I went to bed, and so the contractions will come and go. Steven was the timer. He's great. He was timing it. And I was like, I have a high pain tolerance. So by the time we're like, okay, at this point, I can take it. Let's just go. We decided to go, and I'm screaming in the car, and the baby was like, I was even telling the midwife, she was on the phone with us. Immediately, we got in the car to leave home. And she was on the phone. She was encouraging me. She was telling me things to do. And me, I'm telling the midwife, I said, don't worry, Jessica, I'm going to make it. Me. I'm encouraging her. Until I said, don't worry, Jessica, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Trust me, this baby's not going to come. I'm like, baby, behave, okay? Behave. But God was like, I'm telling you, right as we're pulling into the parking lot, I was like, oh. So if you want to hear the whole full story, let me know. If you type it there, just comment below, like, we want to hear the whole. I'm telling you, when people are like, I had my baby in the car, I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, what did you do? But until I experienced it, I was freaked. Afterwards, Steven and I were like, what the heck just happened? So I'm telling you, that is a topic for another day. So you want to hear this amazing story. No, she's not called Kia. We did not name her Kia. No, or Sorrenta. No, that's not her name. So if you want to hear the whole story, just comment below when after this video is posted, and we'll let you hear the whole story. We want to hear. I want to know. So I'm telling you. So yeah, it was fun. But thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. I gotta go breastfeed baby. Bye.